Hey, hello. This is Rookery 12 we timed this week, or I timed. Uh, Pretty decent overall. Not not quite ahead of the Unholy DK, I'm afraid, on this one. We just gotten a priority 10, which I did pretty well at, but in Rookery here, the mobs aren't quite as stacked up nicely for us in every pull. So it's all right though. But I thought I'd go through the whole run, give a little commentary on how I approach this particular dungeon. So unfortunately, we can't just launch our spells from up top because we need to come down for the cone of cold and melee range. That way we can be pumping in all the frozen orbs and blizzards and all the good stuff down here. Oh, looks like I actually had some pretty good burst on this pack. Ha, nothing like the unholy DK there. That's alright. What I did just there is something I find if I don't get a chance to do it, it throws off my timing, is get that shifting power off before you hop the bird. It just helps timing wise to get your stuff back up a little quicker for these packs. Our tank is pretty good, so he pulls not too crazy, but decent enough so we can get a fair mob count in there. I didn't have Icy Veins up, but I did have Cone of Cold, so I was able to roll into AoE combo pretty easily. I have been running House of Cards and Suspicious Energy Drink for Mythic Plus, get the extra mastery for AoE. Seems to be alright. See, already I've got Icy Veins back up for this pull. I probably should have started that out with a blizzard. But I do believe my thinking was that these packs, even though it's a 12, they're not staying up that long. I wanted to get into my AoE combo pretty quick. There, I'm waiting on Cone of Cold, so it's a perfect time to throw up a Blizz. And I can roll right into my combo here. Well, looks like I took a pretty good hit there. Doesn't look like I was doing as good at throwing my stuns out like I normally do. So I probably should have been doing that. Interrupt some of those casts. It looks like I was able to get through that with a healing pot. So on those Cursed Thunderers, that buff they've got showing is a haste buff, I believe. It's worth it to spell steal at least a couple of those off. I don't know that does a lot for our damage, but when they all have that up and they start casting, they can really nuke somebody down quick. And as you can see, having faced a near-death situation, I'm popping out some of my stuns while still rolling my AoE combo. I don't have cooldowns up for the boss here, but that's not a big deal. This boss is not one that I have an easy time. I think that most casters have an easy time doing DPS on because of the movement. So that's also why I believe we used hero on the very first pack, because it's not worth saving it for this boss. I'm shooting out a lot of unempowered ice lances, which isn't very cool, but well. You can try to blink ahead a little bit and get a glacial out. Depending on your haste, you should just have time to get the glacial, but it's close. And I'll probably try it on the next run, so you'll see. Did have icy veins come back up, so. And with a little bit of extra haste, this is probably where I'm going to try to blink ahead and get that glacial spike cast in. Oh yeah, there we go. Not the most efficient usage there of icy veins, but well, say this boss is what it is. Unless you're running, I guess, icy flows, but I don't usually run that. That's what I was talking about. As soon as the circle goes under your feet, take a blink forward so you have space in front of the beam, and then throw your. You gotta be casting your glacial spike immediately. Because before you finish casting a glacial spike, another circle will form under your feet, but you should just have enough time to finish your cast and be moving out of it. That said, use caution because I've gotten caught before doing that. So. This hallway is tricky. I die at least 50% of the time, but I don't actually remember all of this run, so we'll see how it goes. There's a lot of good damage to pick up in this hall, so it's better if you can keep from dying. See, I got full cooldowns up. I'll roll it into this nice meaty pack. Still been running the Death's Chill variant. Doesn't seem like it takes very long to stack it up, and then you've got all that extra damage when you're rolling the AoE combo. Or extra percent, I should say. That seems to be really where we want to maximize what we can do here for Mythic Pluses around that combo. House of Cards doesn't perfectly line up with Icy Veins, but it's generally close enough. I wasn't able to do it successfully, but a couple people in the group I remember said they were able to line of sight that Void Crush. This is the tricky part. So if you're going to die, it's going to be right here. You want to be ready with all your cooldowns. I was able to time it right and come into this with full cooldowns. I should have had barrier up already. Let's see what happens here. Oh, healer's down. Decursed myself. Still rolling the AoE. Oh, I got lucky. Haven't died yet. So that circle does a lot of damage. It looks like I potioned and used ice cold. Yep. But I've died at that pole as much as I've lived. There's a lot of damage going out, so you really got to be quick on the defensives. Sometimes if the timing is right, you go into that with Icy Veins, and then I can stack Death Chill on the bunch of those little mobs. I find this is a fairly good fight for me. As long as we don't die to anything dumb, we can get some pretty solid single target out. Don't worry about trying to stack Death Chill. If you're just on single target, just let it go as part of your rotation, but keep getting those glacial spikes out. And I think I mentioned this before in some of my other videos, but I still try to make sure glacial spikes going into a Winter's Chill or followed by a flurry if possible, so I can more guarantee the crit. I believe Sims show it to be not completely necessary. So if you just launch off your glacial as soon as it's ready to go, even if you don't have a Winter's Chill or a flurry to follow, you'll get more glacial spikes over the fight. But I don't know. I think it could go either way. Uh-oh. It's like we're all taking some pretty good damage from that that debuff. That debuff rocks pretty hard. Looking at my timers, my action bars, looks like I burned Ice Block already. Oh, everything I've got is on cooldown. Yeah. Fair amount of damage in this fight. I do have Icy Veins up, but with the lower percentage of the boss right now, I want to hold it. I think I just tried to loot that boss. Yeah, his Icy is pretty cool here. This isn't an ideal big pull to get a lot of damage, so I didn't bother with Blizzard to start. I just wanted to get the Death Chill stacked and then roll the AoE combo. Oh, easy enough. Looks like we're moving into the last section with 13 minutes on the clock, which is good. I think I'm probably going to throw Blizz here, yeah. There's a lot of mobs here, but they don't live very long. Good for throwing your AoE combo into, but not worth Icy Veins if you had Icy Veins up. Now this pull is not bad. But since I don't have Icy up, I'm gonna may not even use Icy Veins on this pull, to tell you the truth, because once again, those other mobs besides this big guy, they don't stay up very long. So, and then this guy's quite annoying because he consistently puts these circles out in the ground in the second half of his life, which you have to keep moving out of. So, however, all the cooldowns are lined up pretty well for the next pull, which has been working out pretty well. Oh, sure is a lot of damage there. See, we're going to get a bunch of the small guys all going into this pack, and this is where we're going to pop that Icy Veins. Fully stacked Death Chill, we roll into our combo. Don't get hit by the balls, because those are bad. Looks like I was slacking on interrupts this run. Guess we'll see how bad I was once we hit the end. Of course, cooldowns are down for this pack, except for Kona Cola's back up, so I'm sure I'll roll an AoE combo in here. But once again, if Icy Veins is down, I generally start off with Blizzard. The idea being you're getting some extra ticks already going, so you get your frozen orbs back up quicker. Ooh, see, that's what happens when you hit by a ball. I do have Icy Veins back up, but I wonder why I didn't burn it. Unless I'm waiting for the next pull. That must be. Hey, pretty smooth run so far. I only got one death on the board, I think, when the healer got crushed on that tricky pull right before the Second boss. There goes mass barrier. That mass barrier can be such a great tool when there's a lot of AoE damage going out on your party. Right, yep. Got a full stack of Death's Chill and rolling the AoE. Ooh, a lot of damage going out. Think I stood in anything, but I probably got hit by something. As I said, it does look like my interrupts are not as focused as they usually are. Oh, bad interrupts by me this time around. Just wait till after those balls. I was thinking about not taking that so he could save his res, but I think DKs have 2 reses now, so. You can see we're all spreading out around the boss. And we're on Discord for this run, by the way, but I did exclude that from this video. So we did coordinate which side people are going to cover. Whoa, that's a lot of damage came out there. I probably should go stand on that pillar. Yeah, there we go. I can see I burned my health pot on that one. It's all good though, as long as you don't die. That's a part of the frost rotation it's been for a while now that I really like is the flurry there, then a comet storm into that winter's chill, and then a glacial into that winter's chill. That benefits from the comet storm damage increase. Feels pretty smooth. I really like that part of the rotation. Yeah. And it does good damage for us too. If I'm remembering right, start to get that type of rotation back in Dragonflight. The current rotation is not too much different, though we are getting a lot more flurries than we used to, which is fine. It's pretty rare I gotta fish a long time for flurries. Like I said, I prefer to throw that glacial spike into a winter's chill. So if I don't have winter's chill up, but glacial's ready, I'll fish with at least a couple of frostfire bolts. You can see there, I guess I'm under icy vein, so that doesn't count. But they're less than a second cast. There we go. Not a +2, but it is a 12. So pretty solid. That was a fun run. Guildies are been great to run with, so we do pretty good. Oh, our Unholy DK beat me on that one. But, yep. Hey, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one.